Hey, pick 'em pop, big gun Brian Petrie, giving out the lot. One is mortal, you know it won't miss. Gonna take a shot, dog lock, that's the underdog. Yeah, they in the hunt, send them home, that's KO or submission. Yeah, somebody done, slime ball, yeah, that's the parlay. We gon' make it known, pick 'em pod from MMA takes. Yeah, let's get it going.
Ooh, the intro smacks. It always smacks. It always has smacked. Oh boy, this is a tough podcast. This is a tough one for me to do. Obviously, you saw the title. You clicked on it. You're like, what's going on? It's exactly that. Last show, boys. Last show. 8 years I've been doing this. January 2018. I don't remember the exact date, but it was January 2018 is when I launched this. So 8 years. I'm going to keep it kind of short and sweet here because, I'll be long-winded and, maybe tear up. And I don't want to lose street cred, bro. But 8 long years, I've met some amazing people. Started with Dev Tejada coming on, then Timbo, then Christian, and then getting the Anakin Florian gig, and then getting to meet all the great people with the Anakin Florian stuff, becoming good friends with Evan Longoria via the Anakin Florian, having him on my show, and then obviously Mitch Zuck and Joe McCullough, a.k.a. I Am Saturday, or what I call him Big Joe. Just some fantastic people that I'll never, ever replace. Countless others that I've met, maybe that haven't been on the show, like Trindaddy. Trin Wolf's amazing. One of the best fans in the world. Not just for me, but for the sport of MMA. And just first-class human beings all the way around, and I'll never forget those people that I met. And again, I said I'm going to keep it short. I'm going to keep it sweet. I just want to thank everybody for watching, tuning in. It's been an incredible time doing this for 8 years, and I'm going to miss it dearly. But, every ship has sailed. Every time has come, and my time has come. So, again, you guys are awesome. You're probably wondering, why is this video so long if he's wrapping it up? For the past week or two, once I've known I was going to do this, I put together a little highlight reel thing or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Took me forever to edit it, but I did that. I did that for about probably a week and a half or so, and I'm going to play that now. So a little highlight for over 8 years. So maybe the people who didn't see me, and when we're going back to my first YouTube episodes, some of the clips from Instagram, and then throughout the years. The 8 years I've been doing this, we're going to sprinkle them in, and that's what's going to be the remainder of this episode. Last one. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys are awesome. I did keep that pretty short. What was that, almost 3 minutes? Minus the intro? Pretty short. You guys are the best. I'll see you. Did you really think I was gonna go out like that? That I'm done after just that? Look at the acting chops on the boy. Look at the acting chops on your boy. I had you hook, line, and fucking sinker, bro. Hook, line, and sinker. There are changes coming, right? I'm gonna get into everything. Changes are coming. But I'm going to die on this screen. The last thing you're going to see is my face when you die or when I die, baby. I ain't going fucking nowhere. Changes are coming. We've had a pretty, as in me, excuse me, I've had a pretty crazy, probably 2.5, 3 weeks, right? I've been jonesing to do this podcast. I have notes here, notes after notes after notes of what the changes were coming to the MMA Takes next year. We were going to eliminate the slime ball and the locks every week. We were going to have guests on, and instead of competing with them, just focus on getting the best bets and kind of be teaming up for the card or whatever. We were going to reach out to a bunch of new people and have new people on and this and that. And everything was set in stone. I'm ready to go, ready to do the podcast. All right, I was going to do it on Christmas. And I go, shit, that's a month away. Then I was going to do it on New Year's Day. And I'm like, that's still like 4 weeks away. So then I do a show with Hayden Iverson, a.k.a. Hey Jive. Hey Jive Picks on YouTube, babe. We do the predictions of the year. First podcast of the year, and it just opened up. I was excited to crack a mic. Had a lot of fun doing that show. It was like a 2.5 hour show, maybe 2 hour plus show, whatever the fuck it was. A lot of fun. Hayden goes, hey, bro, I don't want to keep getting guests every week. Why don't we do a show together? I went, Hayden is an equity shareholder, a member of 3PC, just like I am, an ambassador, if you will, of 3PC. He is also part of Home of Fight, and he's a super talented guy who is a workhorse in the business. And I admire his work level, even though he's significantly younger than me. He puts out videos constantly, has a huge following. And he asked me that. And I said, yeah, let me think about it. Because if I did the show with him, then ultimately this show would probably not exist, because I'm doing the Anakin Florian, then I'm doing that show. How much more could I say on this show, right? You don't want to hear me say the same things over and over and over and over again. So I thought about it for like a week. I really did. I sat and I chewed on it. Within that week, I got word that I might not be on the Anakin Florian anymore. Got an email. They're leaving DraftKings. Well, not leaving DraftKings, excuse me. The DraftKings deal was up. And restructuring, rebranding might happen to the show. They're looking at everything when it comes to production, on-air talent, yada, yada. They wanted a place they could go so Kenny and John could make some money and get the biggest eyes on the podcast they can without changing it too much. But, they've been doing the podcast for so long, they maybe they need to change some things up. So I got the email a week after I did the show with Hayden. So that was up in the air. I didn't exactly know what was going on with that. So after I got that email, I just said, you know what, Hayden? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do the show together, right? So I'm announcing right now that the MMA Takes podcast is done. This YouTube, when you might be watching this in the future, the YouTube might be under Brian Petrie MMA or Big Gun Brian Petrie, something along those lines. But the MMA podcast YouTube channel is no more. The new podcast, Hey Jive and Big Gun MMA show, coming at you probably every Wednesday. We're going to do a weekly show breaking down the fights. We're going to have some guests on. We're going to have some fighters on. It's going to be fucking epic. But I figured I've been doing this show for 8 years, solo dolo, and I've had guests on here and there. And no offense to any of the guests I've had on. They've been fucking incredible. I love those people at the bottom of my heart. But none of them have had their foot as far into the game as much as like Hayden has. So if I was going to co-host with somebody, I was going to co-host with somebody that lives and breathes this, who won't miss a fight, won't miss an event, who puts out content weekly, and that's what he does. I mean, multiple contents weekly. And I was a big fan of Hayden, and then we did the show. We hit it off. We've done a couple shows together. Our chemistry is just going to keep building. And the good news about this is you're probably thinking like, damn, now I got to go fucking subscribe to their YouTube channel when I'm already subscribed to both these dopes. I got to go resubscribe to their podcast. Here's the good news. I'm rebranding my YouTube to Big Gun Brian Petrie MMA, whatever the fuck it is. Hayden has his YouTube, Hey Jai Picks, and we're going to simulcast the podcast. So you could watch it on mine or you can watch it on his, right? We're going to simulcast at the same time. So you don't have to follow an independent podcast channel. Follow him, follow I, watch the show. And then I have the audio side on the MMA Takes podcast, which I'm rebranding to the Hey Jive Big Gun MMA show. So you won't have to resubscribe to the podcast. It's just going to be there right when you subscribe. New logo, new name. So when you see that, go, what the fuck's going on? That's what it is. It's very exciting stuff. I am busting with the seams. And the most important part, well, maybe not the most important part, but one of the very significant parts is 3PC. Russ and Andrew really believe in Hayden and I. They have gotten behind us full percent. Excuse me, I'm a little sick. I was going to do the show 2 days ago once this all got finalized, but I had no voice. But anyway, 3PC, Russ and Andrew, who are the owners of 3PC, we sat on a Zoom call with them, and they're backing us 110%. Hayden and I, we're going to get a big push. There's a ton of fighters connected with 3-Punch Combo. We're going to get those fighters on the show. They'll break down a few fights. It's good, and you can't be afraid of change. I embrace change in all areas of life. Last year was a really tough year for me. This year's coming off with a new partnership. I'm co-hosting a show with Hayden Iverson, and it's going to be amazing. Is it sad that the MMA Takes podcast, that brand, that whatever, has gone away? I mean, a little bit, sure. It's 8 years, but that started to me to get to where I am now. That led me to Anakin Florian. That led me to Hayden and I doing a show, which I really think could be huge and monumental and really fun. And another thing, you won't have to follow any kind of social media app for Hey Jive and Big Gun MMA show. We're not going to have that. The clips will be on my social media at Brian Petrie MMA, at Hayden's Hey Jive Picks on all his social medias as well. We're going to create clips on there, whatnot. So you're not going to have to go follow a million different shows. We're doing a show together, but everything's going to be independent with our stuff tied in with 3PC as well. So you're obviously a 3PC member. We're going to be breaking down a lot of stuff from 3PC. We're going to be pulling, we're going to be doing contests if people from 3PC want to come on the show. They're going to get a $200 free wager from us from 3PC. They come on the show, they build a parlay with us, and if it hits, they win the entire pool. We don't have to split it at all. They win the money. There's a lot of things going on that are happening this year with 3PC. Is going to be electric, and more electric is going to be Hayden and I's podcast. It's going to be so great. I had a down year last year. Hayden, the guy just, all he does is win. So what better way to partner with a guy that wins so I can start fucking winning? Because this podcast was going to be, I was going to go, I picked this mount last year and I hit this many dogs. That all got thrown out the window when all this happened. And then on top of the Hey Jive show, which Hey Jive Big Gun MMA show, I know like maybe we were looking at different titles. So hit me in the comments what title you like. We want to keep it simple and no knock on anybody's show out there, but we really don't want it to name it after. Like I will knock this, like Barstool. Like I love Barstool Sports. Their MMA product is Spitting Backfest. Like I think that's corny as shit. Like I think it is, right? I'm sorry. It's not clever, it's corny, right? And so we didn't want to do the Scarf Hold podcast with Hayden and Brian or whatever the fuck like that. We wanted it to be a little more simpler. And I came up with the Fight Cappers, and you can either throw our names in there or not. Russ came up with the Plus Money podcast with Hayden and 90% Brian Petrie. We really couldn't come on terms of what it was, so we just went with Hey Jive and Big Gun MMA show. I mean, because we're doing it independently. We're doing it together, but we're streaming on our own stuff, so it's not going to be confusing. You're not going to have to go to an actual show handle to watch our show. Obviously, you'll have to do that if you're on the audio side. If you're not on the audio side, please join us. I'll promote that more when I'm on with Hayden, because I believe Hayden has never posted the audio for the audio files out there for all those truck drivers and people who are on the road who need the audio side of the podcast. You know, that's where I got it covered. So all very exciting stuff. I'm busting with the seams. Hayden and I are going to do our first show this Wednesday for UFC 324. Couldn't be more excited. I'll be talking about it all throughout the socials and whatnot. I'm sorry for fucking gaslighting you. Is that how they use that word? I don't know what gaslighting means. Like, is that like, you know, you're hyping someone up? You're tricking somebody? What does gaslighting mean? But I felt like maybe I gaslighted you in the beginning here with the whole fake stuff because I'm such a fucking good actor. I apologize for that. But yes, the show is going away, but it's coming back with a new show, a better show, a co-host show. Because you look at all the MMA shows out there that are fantastic, right? You look at you look at Morning Combat. I know Brian Campbell just left, but there was a two-headed duo. You look at John Anik and Kenneth Florian, two-headed duo. You look at Michael Bisping's show. He just added Paul Felder. Before that was Anthony Smith, two-headed duo. The double, the better. The two-headed duo is better, especially from the MMA sphere. And I can't wait. So Hey Jive, Big Gun MMA show. Very excited for it. I mean, busting through the seams. And it goes without saying, I told you in the beginning, and I actually don't know if I'm even allowed to talk about it. I don't know if I've ever got like the green. I'm not on the Anakin Florian anymore. Okay. You know what I mean? I'm not on it anymore. No hard feelings. John Anik, Ken Florian are the salt of the earth. They're the fucking best guys in the world. First class human beings. No hard feelings on my end whatsoever. They are with a new production company, which I won't name because they're going to announce that. They're with a new production company, so the podcast is coming back. There was a worry that it might not come back. It is going to come back. Not sure when, but they're with a new production company, and with that came change, and that change was they couldn't offer me a spot, was what I was told. And it's perfectly fine. I thanked them thoroughly for helping my career, for helping me with everything, for believing in me, for giving me that seat. Kenny and John both sent me first-class messages, and I can't thank those guys enough for giving me an opportunity to be on that show. It's amazing. I'll still watch. I'll still be a huge fan. Those guys are incredible. I have no idea what kind of show it's going to be. I don't know what direction they're going in, if someone's replacing me, if they're cutting that segment altogether. I have no idea. I'm going to be curious just as you guys are when they finally come back. But yeah, so my time in the Anik and Florian show is done. I've been a lot of messages about it. Just want to kind of let you guys know from me first that it was a great. I think I did it with them for 3 years, almost 4 years. I think let's say 3.5 years. And it was amazing. It was incredible. Every Monday I got to do that show with two of the best in the world. And I'll never take that for granted. And they are just absolute first class dudes, and they're going to be friends for mine forever, you know? And it just happens. That's what it is. Again, sometimes change happens. That's what needs to be done. It's what needs to be done. And absolute no hard feelings on my end. Those guys are the best, absolute the best. So don't feel bad for me for not being on the show anymore. I know there's going to be some people that rally around me, you know, really, really close. I've already told a handful of my close friends, and they're like, well, fuck them, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, don't do that. Go support them. It's not a bittersweet thing. It's not a bad thing. They didn't do me wrong. They did everything but right for me. Trust me. They overpaid me when they paid me, and they treated me like gold. Like, so I am on Team Anakin Florian for the rest of my life. It just so happens that things change and they went in a different direction. That's completely okay. I'm going to be completely fine with that. And when one door opens, you know, one door closes, another door opens. And I think Hayden and I have potential to really take this thing off. We got the juggernaut 3PC behind us. Guys, if you just knew, I can't tell everything, but if you just knew behind the scenes and the intelligent, smart leadership we have with this company, we're going to go to the fucking moon. I'm telling you. And I can't fucking wait for that. And I'm so excited. So thank you for all the kind messages. There was a guy that messaged me even before I got the first email where they're saying they're looking for a new production home. They're going to remain dark until they find a new production home, and things might change. Before I got that email, some guy DM me or message me. Yeah. DM me on Twitter, X, whatever, said, hey, I heard you're done with the Anakin Florian. You know, let me know before you make any moves. I might have something for you. I don't follow this person. He's got like 100-something followers. It's like an innocuous, like MMA, whatever name. I got that before I even got the first email where it was like up in the air, not official yet. And I went, how the fuck now it's tripping me out. Now I'm like, how the fuck does this guy know? You know what I mean? Either way, I can't wait for this year. This is going to be a big year. It's going to be a fun year. We got a lot of MMA, the Paramount era. You know, it's only right to start the Paramount era with a bunch of change. And that's what we're doing here, babe. That's what we're doing. Changing some things up. And I couldn't be more excited. Couldn't be more excited. So, to recap, MMA Takes podcast is going away. The new podcast is Hey Jive Big Gun MMA Show. We're going to pick the entire card, just like before. We're going to give our bets, just like before. You can continue following this YouTube channel to get the show. It'll be live, hopefully every Wednesday. If not, we'll alert you. You can still continue following this show. If you're a Hayden fan, or if you follow Hayden, not me, continue following Hayden, you can watch the show. And this channel is going to turn in more to short form content. I think I'm going to do a show every Friday where I finalize my bet, right? I've been doing this thing where I've been building like these like little kind of like NFL play sheet type deals, but of bets, right? I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it because there's so much crossing out, but you know what I mean? It's like that, right? Like I have it all broken up and shit. I think I'm going to continue to do that. And I got like 8 little short videos I have filmed already that I've been doing since we've been gone, you know, like trivia stuff, a little stupid stuff I'll post as well. So this channel is still going to be very active. It's going to be a little more short form as opposed to the long form podcast, which is fun. And then again, you don't have to switch to YouTube or anything. You're going to get the full podcast right here, as is the audio. So if you subscribe to me on Apple, Spotify, or whatever, keep subscribing to MMA Takes. That's not going to change. That will continue to be the same. And yeah, let's go 2026 big here, babe. Let's go big. But no, the deepest thank you for all the people. I mean, the stuff I said in the beginning, even though I'm going to get an Oscar for it, I mean that shit. Everyone that's followed me and helped me out this far has been incredible. And I'm so excited for a new chapter. And I wouldn't continue to do this show, and I wouldn't continue to be here doing this show and continue to strive to keep getting better at what I'm doing if it wasn't for the people watching. All the people I've met, even the haters. It's amazing. It's incredible. You guys are incredible. Pat yourself on the back. Thank you for watching this. It's a short little 20-minute. I wanted to give you a little teaser out there. 324 picks this Wednesday right here on this channel or Hayden's channel. It'll all be on the screen. You guys are the fucking best. You guys are the best. Ooh. One more last flex for you, huh? What am I flexing for? I'm going to see you Wednesday, right? Let's go.